Hip hop is real. No bars.
What up, boss? No bars.
We spoke to you yesterday. Come on, man. He outside. No more blue couch for right now.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be on the blue couch when it gets cold. Believe
Definitely.
that. I will not be out here.
Definitely.
But you're looking good. This ain't no Payless boot. This ain't no Toyota boot.
This the big boy. This the big boy Bionic boot.
Yeah, looking like the Maybach boots.
The RoboCop joint.
Okay, I got you.
Torn Achilles, you know what I'm saying? Went out just like Kobe, but I'm gonna be right back on my feet dropping 60.
But they saying, but they saying you they still saying you got crossed up. That's how the injury happened, like originally.
Nah, it really happened because I was kicking niggas' ass. And man, I tore my Achilles, put my foot in these niggas' ass. Yeah, man.
I got you, man. No, I know you saw it.
Night of main events, very cinematic. You know, look like a movie in there. You know, lights, camera, action type shit. And that's the type of shit that separates URL from other leagues. And I'm not talking about like the big boy leagues that really still do this shit. I'm talking about these league owners, so-called league owners that be wanting to get a bunch of big names, slapping them on a card, and this shit don't really be about nothing. You know, you gotta have the visuals. The crowd looked amazing. It was dope, man. I just love to see how far this culture has came.
Yeah. Speaking of, like you said, the camera work and all that.
Beautiful.
You hit me up, so I almost got ran over by the camera.
Yo, listen.
Man. You see what I gotta do for work,
yo,
bro?
I was worried, yo. I don't know what type of insurance you got, but it looked like Danny was about to fucking.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Like he was about to run you the fuck over. I'm watching this shit. I'm like, look at no balls. Nigga looked a little nervous in the face. Nigga was backpedaling.
Yeah.
I said, okay, you know, you know.
I'm glad you mentioned insurance. I got so much knowledge about that. You know, anything could have happened.
Anything could have happened, man. Work-related injury, man.
100%.
You know.
We can start with that battle. Matter of fact, Danny, you know, right before he did the rebuttal, I got the footage. I said, yo, he's about to rebuttal something crazy. And even when, None said to Morgan Freeman and chopped and screwed, you know, Danny's gonna take you.
Yo, electrifying.
That's exactly what it is.
And like a cat don't really understand what it takes to even be present in that moment, that big of a moment, and be able to think to do that shit.
And still remember your shit.
And still remember the rest of your rounds. Electrifying. Crazy. That was crazy. I mean, Danny is dangerous, bro. Like, that nigga could just kick your ass so many different ways, man. Like, that shit is like, yo, he different, yo. He an alien, for real.
Now, do you think, cause I asked Rex, Head Ice and everything, like, do you think he, obviously we always ask us, does he deserve the names, you know, he's supposed to be getting and things like that.
Of course.
And I mentioned Lux with Rex, and, you know, Rex made a good point. He's like, you know, Lux wouldn't want to battle Danny if he knows that Danny's gonna battle, you know, some random dude after him, like right after. So
I get that.
Okay.
You know, that's part of the business of battle rap and the science of timing your career and stuff like that. But at some point though, the credit has to be given for you to be able to perform at that level, and then still when you kind of take a step down in competition, still giving it your all, you know. But I do get it. I get it. I mean, and you talk about, because Lux is gonna make a movie every time out. So if it's like, if you battling a nigga who just was battling a little kid, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of it looks a little weird. Damn. But yeah, I mean, I do get it, but I mean, it could go either way. You could say, yo, he kicking so much ass, so much that he not taking no balls off, even when he battling on a smaller league. 100%. Like, fuck it. It's not like you battling him on a smaller league. You're gonna battle him. It's gonna be on a big stage, and it's gonna be a movie. So fuck it, give it a go. You know what I mean?
JC Swamp 100K.
So I lost my mother and ain't took a loss yet.
It's too hard. Everybody said it after you felt it.
That was hard.
Hard.
And me, like I said, I'm looking at not just the bars, but everything else that's there. You know how hard it gotta be to lose your moms, bro? A motherfucker really just, I seen motherfuckers take years off of their life after they lose a parent. You know what I mean? You know, leave an absence. No matter what age you are. Yeah, no matter what age, leave a job, all of that shit. So to still be performing at that high level, that's what I'm saying. That's why, like, Yeah, he do be battling, you know, on them little janky leagues. But yo, come on, man. This man just lost his mom. He's still performing at a high level, man. Give him a shot, yo.
Yep.
Whoever else, it shouldn't be nobody. The fact that he didn't even have to do that tournament. He didn't even have to do that tournament because he could command that type of bread over the course of time. You know what I mean? So it's nice to get it all at once, but I mean, there's gaps in resume and skill set of a lot of people that was in that tournament compared to JC.
Yeah.
So just the fact that he's even still coming outside and doing something like that, come on, man. He could get whoever he want at this point. And take nothing away from Swamp.
No, not at all.
His
not at all.
stock
100%
is out of here after
100%.
that tournament.
He didn't lose in that sense. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't lose. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why people gotta really understand the business of battle rap. Snake Eyes and Nun battled on Midnight Madness. Alright. Nun lost that battle. But look at his stock. His stock just steadily went up since then. So people be so fixated on the wins and loss column in battle rap. It's so much more to the business than just that. Yeah, Swamp ain't win 100K, but I bet you over the next 12 months, what he did in that tournament, he could get enough. It's gonna take a few battles, but he could get that 100K either way. So you know, it's still a win. Shit's still a win.
Still 100%. You know? And like I said, most people who didn't win the tournament, they, like I said, as long as you're consistent, you show up.
Come on, shit happens.
Yep.
He a whole nother. I mean, his pen probably been there, but I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't never watch a Sheet Happens battle until that. Now his pen
made you a fan.
It made me a fan. And I bet you, you gonna start seeing him on these cards. You gonna start seeing him against some names because of what he did in that. And I don't even think motherfuckers had him going past the first round. Or no, they thought he got robbed the first round.
He got robbed, but none. Yeah.
And then he just came back.
Yeah.
Wilding.
Yeah.
And like I said, made me a believer because the first time I watched him, I did think he got robbed, and I was like, I ain't really. He almost looked like he glitching when he performed. So I was like, that shit look weird. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I said, I don't know if I like that. But then when I seen it again, I said, yeah, because I would rather see that.
And he kind of went back and reconstructed some things to make,
And I would rather see that originality
than him forcing it.
Trying to sound like somebody else.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that wholeheartedly. Next one we got for you. Hollow. The Don versus Geechee Gotti.
Vintage Hollow.
Vintage
Hollow. You know what I mean? Well, what my boy said, I should charge you apostrophe. Like that was Vintage Hollow, man. You know. Bro, Hollow is you'll never know what he gonna say or do.
Yeah, it's too witty.
It's too outside the box. You know, he not know somebody who you could just sit there and telegraph his punch. That shit was Vintage Hollow. I love to see it. I love the angles that he took. Geechee third was incredible though. I was, as me watching it, the crazy part is as I was watching it, I was saying, you know what, Geechee taking a lot of battles. You know what I'm saying? He because his first 2 rounds wasn't as potent as the material I'm used to seeing him do.
Now, do you think he was trying something new? Like when I talked to Rex, that's what he said. He said he was trying something new, realized, you know, obviously fans wasn't really messing with that. Because even in the third, he kept saying, like, oh, this is what y'all want to hear, this is what they like. So he knows that, like he knows.
I don't know if it was necessarily that. I don't know what it is. We'll never know.
Okay.
You know what I mean? All I know is, I do know sometimes niggas do write just for the third, because you could win the third and make it, you could lose the first 2 and win the third and make it look like you still won because you won that last round. But either way, I liked his third better than I liked anything else. But Hollow material was just like through the whole shit. You know what I mean? I mean, he what he say? You out here robbing pharmacies, you ain't called me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so I like the direction that he took, man.
See, I saw him at the mansion. He said, when's your next battle? Madison Square? He said, nah,
I'm battling here. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like that was, yeah, I like that approach. I like what Hollow did, man. I liked it.
Wow, man, that was funny. K-Shine versus Real Sick.
First of all, I don't like how funny and fickle y'all fans is Like Sean wasn't putting pain in, almost undefeated for 2-3 years at a time. Then when y'all have a slight difference of opinions in how his last few is doing, y'all just write him off. Battle rap shit is so much, what have you done for me lately? And then he got up there and really reminded y'all what it is that he do. Electrifying. One thing about that stage was I'm watching that stage, I'm like, yo, this is a big ass stage.
What? Huge.
That shit looked like a fucking track meet.
And you know, it's funny too, I was there with Sean practicing before with nobody in the venue. I was like, yo, Sean's about to use every inch of the stage.
He used every inch of that motherfucker. Like, I'm looking at Hollow, like when you battle, especially when you come for battling on television, you got a mark that you can't go out of.
Yeah.
So I'm watching Hollow, and he's staying tight. Close up on his opponent. Sean used that whole fucking stage. Like, God bless the cameraman that had to keep that, you know what I mean, keep up with him. Like, he used that whole fucking stage. I don't know, like I said, if y'all listening to my opinions on these battles, it's not just typical, oh, the bars. Like, I'm watching every little aspect of the battle. He used that whole stage as his stage, you know what I mean? And it was electrifying, real sick. It was kind of fucked up that he had to deal with the mic issues.
And I still thought he was rapping too.
He was still rapping his ass off, and it was beautiful to see, you know, Sean give him them words of encouragement after. Dope. I'm always going for what the vets do, because, you know, that's my age bracket. That's, you know, the cats that when this shit started, when I came in, this is what they was doing. So to see that, you do see a young dude that been kicking ass sometimes get up there and do his numbers on a vet, but when you see that gap in experience, it was visible that day. And Real Sick is one of my favorite new guys. I told him that when I saw him at the compliment joints that Rome be throwing, the Barstool shit. He just pulled up, and I told him, I said, yo, you one of my favorite dudes. I mean, he be wearing Timbs all year round. I don't know about that. They gotta get, and with the turban, I imagine he hot, you know what I mean? Man. But one of my favorite dudes. We gonna get that nigga some Air Forces, and he gonna get up there and start moving a little more nimbly.
Man, what's the name? T-Top versus Tay-Rock.
Tay-Rock is just electrifying.
Now, hold on. Now, what you mentioned about Hollow, like, you know, he
kept it tight.
Kept it tight.
Yeah, he kept it tight.
I forgot who I was talking to, and they mentioned that about Rock. He was just on him. On him the whole, like, you know what I mean? Like,
he was on him. And I mean, Tay-Rock got that. And in that, what I like to see is that he said, all right, so now that I done all these battles, let me get a home game. Say y'all done had 40-something battles, ain't had a home game.
Which is deserving.
More deserve that. Yeah. Beautiful. And they gonna bring it to Maryland, you know. That's home away from home for me. I went to high school out there. So I can't wait to see what he's gearing up to do for that section of battle rap, because there's a lot of talent in that area that, you know, deserve the looks. So yeah, electrifying. Tay-Rock, electrifying, fan favorite. Just, you know, they showed something though. I don't know, I saw a screen grab of it somewhere. I don't know if somebody had interviewed him and he was showing his rounds. Like, he was showing how he had his rounds in his phone. And if you look close, he had some rounds for Swamp in the phone. So
yeah, but that's what I think everybody should do. Listen,
what?
Once somebody says my name, I'm putting at least one round. I gotta be ready for all y'all.
But that's what I'm saying. That much dedication to your craft.
Yep.
Because I don't know if he got a deposit or not.
Yeah.
But he's already preparing for it, because he knows it's gonna have to happen, you know. And he don't sit out. And how Tay-Rock is not somebody that you see on other leagues.
Nope.
You're not gonna see him on other leagues. So for him to consistently be doing that on that, knowing that level of competition is gonna be on that big stage, and him constantly being prepared for it, I think that's probably the difference. I think he's just more prepared than any other battler out there. You know, they talking about the Charlie Clips Tay-Rock trilogy.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Bring that to Baltimore. I want to see that. I want to see that in Baltimore.
Yeah, especially the way Clips been rapping now.
Yeah,
well too, so
yeah. Bring that back to Baltimore. I definitely want to see that.
Last one we got for you, most controversial one.
The most
I'm not even gonna say
about,
just talked about. Yes.
It's the most talked about battle.
Eazy the Block.
Who's that?
Captain versus Goodz.
Who? He battled. The dude Goodz battle, right?
Yeah, he's undefeated on the app.
I mean, Goodz is undefeated in my book. I thought I was gonna get up here and say Eazy won. Goodz, he won.
What rounds?
The second and the third.
Clearly.
It come down to preference.
I mean,
it come down to preference.
In your mind, was the second and third clear?
It come down to preference.
Oh, you can't do that, bro.
It come down to preference.
In your preference.
Listen, let's talk about.
I had the second close. I told you that's like the closest round for me.
Shout out to Eazy. I think his defense was impeccable.
100%.
I think he put up the best fight of anybody that battled Goodz. All right, but you gotta understand the game. It's not just wins and losses. All right, it's not just about who could rap the best. It's a total package and a presentation of it. You know what I mean? We done seen so many people. Oh, he won this battle. Then you watch it years later, or a week later, or a month later, and it's, oh nah, I think it might have went the other way. And it's not just about getting up there and rapping. That right there was a Slick Walk commercial. I guarantee you, my man sold another 50, 60 pairs after that. So for cats that get up there and complain about, oh, why is he rapping about this and why is he doing? He's rapping about his life. This is what pays the fucking bills. It's not easy to take all that time off. Me and Goodz had a conversation. I asked him, how do you it take balls to even take all that time off and get back on that big stage. You know what I'm saying? I said, what was your strategy? He said, yo, I stood at that edge of that stage and I made sure them niggas heard me. You know what I'm saying? He said, cause I'ma let niggas know all this heckling that y'all doing and shit like that, I'm not gonna let it affect me. Everybody can't do that. You see how it bothered Real Sick and the difference in his performance. But I mean, I don't know what the fuck y'all expect me to say. Like, do y'all really think I'm gonna get on here and say, like, come on? What the fuck am I supposed to? Where was we at yesterday, no buzz? We was cracking crab legs, big drinks. I wasn't with Eazy. I was with my man, bro. So what the fuck? Like, y'all can call it bias, call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. Call me washed up. I don't give a fuck. I'm not getting on this camera saying I know what the strategy was. I know the material that I enjoyed. Mm-hmm. Goodz won.
Was it a close battle to you?
It was a spectacular battle. It was
not spectacular. We had good. Was it close? Was it close?
It was an amazing battle.
I agree.
Right? It's the most understand the science of this shit. They're talking about this battle more than they're talking about anything. The bloggers, Eazy's talking about it. Yeah. Goodz is talking about it. Surf is talking about it. This is when it comes down to the business of battle rap. Okay, so you might have liked somebody else's battle more than you like Goodz battle, but are they talking about that one? This is the one that they're talking about. This is what it is.
So would you have it, the people that say 2-1 Eazy or 3-0 Eazy?
That go for any battle. Okay. If whatever material you like that you feel like somebody won, that goes for any battle.
That goes for any battle.
I can't, you know what I mean? I can't tell you. That's like me sitting here arguing with you because you like chicken and I like shrimp.
Yeah, 100%.
What the fuck am I sitting here arguing about what you like? Like, you're not going to change my mind about that shit.
Yeah, some people like barbecue sauce, some people like ketchup.
That's what I'm saying.
Some people like both, honey mustard.
So, my question though, when I talked to Goodz, I said, is that going to make you change the way you write because of some of the things that people were saying? And he said no.
He said no, but when I talked to him yesterday, he said that he wished that he broadened the content a little bit more. So I think for the next battle,
I mean, hindsight is 20/20, man. Yeah. I think, you know what I mean? You know how many motherfucking rebuttals a motherfucker could come up with after they watch their battle? Damn, I coulda, woulda, shoulda. I shoulda said this. I shoulda did that. Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20, but for somebody to stand on their two that much, you gotta realize, like I said, I'm looking at shit totally different. And since this is the homie, I'm getting a different conversation. It's stuff that I'm not even gonna say on this camera, the conversations that him and I had. And I'm just, I want y'all to really just stop this whole, he said that he talking about that, really understand the business of somebody. You just walk right into the joint, huh?
Yes.
So she got the tramp stamp too. She like 70 with the tramp stamp. That's bad work. So really understand the business of battle rap. Understand that somebody built their fan base and found a way to sell product to them. This is what we learned from Rockefeller, from Puff. You know, so for all the people that's mad that Goodz got a fan base, and because this is what people say before this and after the battle. Oh, why are they so fixated on what he does? Why do they he's not, bro. Y'all should pay attention to that man as a businessman and look at what he do and take notes. Because when I have conversations with him, that's what I do. I'm looking at the stuff that he's saying he do, and whatever you think, whatever he got on that stage and you think he won and he lost, understand this. The bag got secured, and I'm not even just talking about the battle. It's so much more. It's so much more. So that's what we have. You can't rap forever. Niggas can't rap forever. There's a lot of niggas that then came and went in this battle shit. I'm not gonna say no names, but it's a lot of niggas who niggas thought was that next nigga, and it was certified killers and for years at a time. I ain't even just talking about 1 or 2 battles, but this nigga had staying power and found a way to sell his product to these people. They say all you need is 100 fans that's gonna buy your products. You got 100 fans, you don't even have to have a fucking job. I've sat here and watched this man build that shit up. I went from conversations with that nigga, but he's like, man, fuck this, man. I'm about to just go get a regular job, you know, and frustrations and shit, because we got mouths to feed, but still finding a way to get up here, perform at a high level against high level competition, and outside of that, have product. Like, nigga, come on, bro. This nigga is, you know what I mean? So y'all can say everything y'all want to say when he get off that stage. That nigga got slick walks to back up. He got to get them orders in and get them orders out. So I know for a fact that nigga don't give a fuck about what niggas got to say, and he gonna get up there and keep performing at that level as long as he can.
What about Goodz and Surf?
Goodz and Surf? I mean, I think that's long overdue. I had a conversation with Surf. I asked him, you know, why? Because it seemed like it was going somewhere else. And
this is before the Goodz.
This is before that, yeah. When we was in Atlanta for Midnight Madness, and I saw him at the RBE, and I said, you know, because Goodz put Surf on URL. His cosign got him on URL. So when I see, you know, that, it just kind of looked like some WWF, like it's just going a little too far. I know they've had words back and forth, but also I also know that, you know, you gotta sell a fight. I do get it, but it looked like it was going somewhere else. And I wasn't saying this shit to press him or no shit like that, but I'm just curious, it's like, you know, like, why is it going in this direction? And he told me it was to sell the fight. He's trying to get the bag. So if that's the case, I mean, if you wanna say, he says that Eazy won. So if you wanna say you don't wanna take that battle because you feel like Eazy won, the bag is still there for it to happen. It's gonna be one of the most talked about whatever card that's on.
100%.
Whatever card that's on, you gotta put something else crazy on that card. A Lux of Daylight or fucking Mook and Briz.
Eazy's.
Hold up, did I just put together a card?
Yeah, shit. Beasley's talking about coming back to New York in October. That would definitely be a nice
Let's
one.
do it.
Goodz said he got to be on that card.
Let's do it. We're at a hoodie and Tim's weather.
Yeah.
Back in New York.
Yeah.
Cause listen, it ain't no gas in New York.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying no bias, you got to rap.
You gotta rap. They don't even care if you from here. You get up there and you rapping against a Danny Myers, and that nigga doing all of that shit, they gonna go crazy. It don't matter who it is.
Yeah, nah, 100%.
Bring that shit back. Bring. So that's the card. Lux, Daylight.
I think they saving that one. I don't know, like
Lux, Daylight. What else did I say? I said Lux, Daylight, Surf and Goodz, and
Briz, Mook.
Briz and Mook. You don't even need no more bat. That's a 3.
Yeah, that's a lot right there.
You know what I mean?
That's
Triple threat.
Yeah.
Beasley, I'm gonna send you my Cash App. I just put together your next card.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Triple threat. Do it at the Apollo. Do it at the Apollo.
I think Beasley was talking about Terminal 5.
Yeah, you would have to do it. You would have to do it somewhere like that because Apollo got seats, and you ain't gonna be able.
Terminal's huge too.
Terminal 5's huge, no seats. Yeah, and that's gonna bring the stars out. The stars. That shit gonna look like.
I think the stars are also actually kind of waiting too.
Bro, that shit is gonna look like a fucking like a Mike Tyson fight night. When you used to see Sylvester Stallone
everybody.
and Madonna
everybody.
and motherfucking Michael Jackson, and that shit is gonna bring the stars out. Smack back in New York, triple threat, Briz Rothstein versus Mook.
There's a lot of battles you can do.
Daylight versus Lux, Goodz versus Surf. And you know, let
if Goodz and Surf can't go down, Mook versus Surf. There's a lot of battles that can go down, especially in it being in New York.
I want to see Briz back though.
No, 100%.
I want to see. It's
good seeing
time. Hey, he back at the events. He back in the mix. His name has always been in that conversation. If we gonna do it like that. Mook versus Briz. It got to be. And Mook. Come on. You can't have a card back in New York without Mook. How you gonna do that?
I agree.
How you gonna do that? That's Mook Mayweather. You know what I mean? Like I said, that's the business of it. Behind it, you know, Mook is gonna get on there and talk the most shit, and Mook is gonna be doing press. If nigga don't never watch battle rap, when Mook battle, they watch it. You know? Busy, what you need? I'm gonna send you my PayPal, something. You know, just write it on the tax deduction as consultation. You know, you could just write it just as that.
That's hilarious.
Right? Yeah, just write it as that.
Twerk calling out Shine. What do you think about that battle? And calling him out, saying he took his style, not took his style, but you know, similarities.
Electrifying.
Very electrifying that battle would be. I think
electrifying. Yeah, electrifying. You know, that's gonna be a good one. Twerk is fucking out there. He had Bambi in the backseat the other day.
You know those bars is coming though.
He been locked up. He got, you know, he got something. He gotta do something. He gotta go. Yeah, give him that. He gotta go straight to the big stage.
He said he'd be 100% for that. That's the battle that he wants. So.
Yeah, he gotta go straight to the big stage. He can't do nothing else. Go straight to the big stage, battling one of the biggest stars. Just do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's gonna be that should have tear the roof off, because they performance.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy because
you gotta match each other. Yeah.
The one thing about this is this: like, what nigga don't really realize is part of like what makes like Twerk, Ice, even like a Serious Jones, and I don't even like him, is that height. You know, that towering, that imposing. When you see that on stage and on camera,
100%.
It makes a big difference. So for Sean to not have that, but still be as explosive as he is, knowing that like Sean be like this, looking up at niggas and you know what I'm saying?
So
to see that, I don't even think you could compare it to that. That's like motherfucking. That's like when Jordan used to just dunk on fucking Mutombo or some shit like that. It's gonna be some shit like that. Like, so yeah, that the energy that'll match with that, yeah. Let's do it.
Cannot wait. One more for you. The Philly card, Cassidy versus Freeway. They said Eazy the Block versus Calico. They're putting on that one.
Man, I miss the Philly. I ain't from there. I just got it done there, man. I don't know if I'm gonna like how biased that crowd is gonna be, man. That crowd, that Philly crowd is one of the worst crowds I seen in battle rap. The Philly, y'all can be mad at me all y'all want, man, but you know, I mean, I'm out there. You'll see me all through North.
And Calico requested this for y'all want to battle Eazy in Philly.
And that just goes to show you how much of a warrior he is, you know. But I don't think I'm gonna like that. I don't think I'm gonna like that, yo. I don't think I'm gonna like how biased that crowd is gonna be, cause look at how they was at the last time they did a card there. It's too biased, man. Philly is like, you know, like when like I lived in Philly, so I know like cheering for somebody is dick eating in Philly. Oh, you dick eating, you Joe as shit.
What's wrong with
What's wrong with the bull? Like, yo, oh, you dick eating, like, so God forbid, that's what I'm saying. If it's you put, bro, whoever is, all right, so Cassidy and Freeway, they both from Philly. Whoever else you put on that card against anybody else from Philly, if somebody in that crowd is cheering for somebody that's not from Philly, they're dick eating. You Joe as shit. You know what I mean? And that's like I know the mentality of niggas from Philly because I lived there for a long time.
Yeah.
So when you put all of them niggas in one big ass room, that's the whole general consensus of that crowd. And so it's just gonna be, you know, I mean, shout out to everybody. I want everybody in Philly to get the looks that they deserve, because it looked like they kind of trying to form like a movement of their own out there nowadays. It's a lot of unity out there, and I love to see it. I mean, y'all didn't do it when I was out there. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas it was civil war when I was out there. You know, everybody was on sides, but niggas is understanding the strength in the numbers and they clicking up. You know, so that's dope. But I just don't know how that crowd. I don't think that crowd is. I don't think that's gonna be a good crowd. I don't think Cassidy and Freeway is gonna be that great of a battle, in all honesty. But hey, I know it'll command the numbers. And once again, when I say that, I say in terms of the bars. But the attention that it's gonna bring, the spotlight that it's gonna put on URL, that's when it comes down to the business of battle rap once again. But the bars, I think Cassidy is a lot more conditioned, because he's really been battling. He's been battling elite motherfuckers. But as far as like Freeway on that big stage after all this time, I just don't know how good that's gonna look.
Bones, man, appreciate your time, King.
I'm coming to Philly for that one, though.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
That's gonna be. You know what I mean? Everybody there.
You're definitely gonna see me out there when that occurs. You know what I mean? You're gonna see me in there with a bunch of niggas that look like Freeway. You know what I mean? You see the bed.
Yeah,
you know. So yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna come out there for that. But I'm gonna be at the one in New York. I'm back on my feet. Look, y'all niggas see me, man. You know what I mean? Nigga ain't been able to do this for a minute. You know, I can step with the best of them. You know what I mean? I was in the crib yesterday practicing my performance. You know what I mean? I get this way down. I'm gonna tell you, like these bitches been saying the last 4 summers. Once I lose this belly, it's over. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. You back outside.
Yes, sir.
Back in that ring real soon.
Let them know your social media.
At Bones Brigante. At DNA's Tooth. Yeah, that's me. I am the Tooth. You know what I'm saying? I am DNA Tooth, man. You know what I mean? So follow me on all social medias. Come to Harlem. Come to town to Harlem. Tell them I sent you.
Bang.